Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. The goal with the position, as always, is to find something both sturdy and comfortable. You don't want to feel uncomfortable during the practice because then you get distracted because your foot hurts or your back hurts or something like that happens and you're just thinking about that. You also don't want to feel like you're about to fall off a bridge or like you're unbalanced. Like if you're sitting like this and you're always kind of having to push yourself up, you just want a sense of stability. So sitting in a chair works really well. You can also lie on the floor. You can sit at the edge of a counter. It doesn't matter. Just find what works for you as long as it is sturdy and comfortable. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. But of course, if you've learned to practice with your eyes closed, feel free to practice with your eyes closed. You feel more comfortable that way, not a problem at all. But if your eyes are open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze below you. You can just follow my voice from here on out. You're kind of glancing at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing anything, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed clearly and softly downwards. You're in a sturdy and comfortable position, and your eyes are either closed or open and directed gently down. Let's begin this practice with the basics. Acceptance. Whatever is showing up for you right now in experience, sounds, tastes, body sensations, whatever, accept them as they are without trying to change it. Allow what is to be. Let go of the little control freak we call I. Letting go of all the things we have to do in the future, our to-do lists, our problems to solve, our worries, and leaving alone all the things we've done in the past, our achievements, our mistakes, our story, and coming back to what really is, which is this moment, and letting it be just as it is, without judgment. and gently bring your attention to the coming and going sensations of the breath, wherever you feel it the most. You could feel it anywhere from the tip of your nose to the lower belly, or anywhere in between. Just notice it going in and out. You'll start thinking about something, worried about something, picking up the heavy burdens of both the past and the future. But then just return to the breath. Then you'll get lost again in some thought. Don't struggle. It's not a war. It's not a battle. Just when you notice that you're thinking about something, gently return to the breath. And do this with effortlessness, simplicity, gentleness. Your only task is to gently remain with breathing, rising and falling. Come back. Gently return to the breath. Don't resist anything. Wake up. Wake up from thinking. Gently return to the breath, rising and falling. Maybe I'm catching you thinking again, and that's okay. But instead of returning to the breath here, see if you can see what your thoughts are talking to, or rather, what thoughts are talking to, because they're not yours. It's interesting, isn't it? There's this voice in the head that we feel at the same time to be the one creating this voice and the one listening to this voice. But this center that creates thoughts and listens to them, is it real? In the same way that the breath is real? Or in other words, can we find the I or the me we feel ourselves to be in the same way we can find the breath? Turn the attention back. What hears this voice? What notices breathing and thoughts? We all assume that there's a center, a me, to which experience comes to. So if it's real, we should be able to find it. What is doing the looking for it? Look for the looker. What am I? Leave the thought alone. Use it. What is the thought talking to? What sees this thought? Can it be found? Can it be seen? What is discovered? All right, you can look at the screen. We suffer all the time. And a lot of the times we don't even know it. But it's only when it becomes pretty painful when we start doing things like click on a meditation video on YouTube. So maybe that's why you're here. So you're having a bad day. So you clicked on this video. And here we are. And if this is you and if it's not you, there's something important to understand about our resistance to our mind. Because when we feel depression, anxiety, naturally, it's painful. And so naturally, we want to run away from it. We alleviate this stress of mental suffering by watching YouTube videos or binging Netflix or drinking, getting high, even eating. We're always running. And although this gives us a temporary relief from the pain, we notice it doesn't do a very good job because it comes right back, doesn't it? And it's okay to distract yourself once in a while and to get lost in some show or whatever. That's fine. But it itself isn't a means to solve the problem. The problem is deeper, and it begins with our resistance to our negative states of mind. The moment we say no, say to anxiety or depression or melancholy or loneliness, we say, no, I don't want it, which is a natural reaction. But we're saying it's a form of attachment to it, and it keeps it perpetuated. Somehow saying no and resisting is actually a form of clinging to it because we're making a thing of it. We don't let it just show up and say, okay, say anxiety, it shows up and it passes. We don't just let that happen. We go, oh no, I don't want it. So it sticks around. It's like grabbing hold onto it and saying, I don't want this. And a lot of that reaction comes from not knowing what negative states of mind is. In this practice, it's like seeing a mirage in the road where it looks like there's water in the road when you're driving. And unless we go up to it, we will never know that it's a mirage. Especially if you're fooled and you're thirsty and you think it's water. Unless you go up to it, you won't see through it. If you're running away from it, walking away from it, it looks like water. So we believe it's water. Same thing with the mind. When we got anxiety, we say, that's anxiety. I feel it. So let me run from it. So we don't know what it is. We have to walk up to it to see what it really is. Basically approach it, say yes to it, not resisting. Allow it to do its thing. We say anxiety or depression, I accept you. The door of my heart is open to you. Come on in. Let me get to know you and to see what you really are. So don't run when you're feeling pain. Don't distract yourself. Sit, look at it. Not in order to get rid of it, but to see what it really is, to investigate it. Thank you for showing up today. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.